Hello, welcome to Die Hard United, the one stop for everything Manchester United. My name is Jude, and I'm going to bring you all the latest news concerning Manchester United today. And as the thumbnail says, it is over because as of now, it is looking more likely by Friday, the 30th of June, that Videa is going to leave Manchester United after more than 10 years at this club. He's a legend, but he's going to leave as a free agent on Friday. Because why? Because we have handled this deal, this contract negotiation with him in shambles. We have disrespected him. We have not given him the respect he deserves because we can say he's one of the players that since Alex Ferguson retired has been making this club relevant for many seasons. But unfortunately, it's looking more likely that he's going to leave this club as a free agent on Friday. But apart from Davide, I'm going to bring you news concerning Onana because as Davide is going, we're being linked with Andre Onana and also Diego Costa of Porto. And also, we have some Mason Mount updates, even though I feel we are being a bit naive in that deal because we are still going to continue some talks with them. Chelsea in the next 24 to 48 hours. And also, in terms of outgoings, we have some update on that. And in takeover news, there's nothing to talk about concerning takeover. I'm not going to bullshit you. There's nothing to talk about in takeover. There's no update. There's no new news. But we're still going to talk about that also. So stay tuned for more. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe to this channel and join this community of growing diehard United fans. And let's get straight to everything. And first of all, I want to talk about that video, of course. According to the news coming out yesterday, which was on Tuesday, it said we initially offered Davide a new contract of around 200,000 per week, and due to some due to some unforeseen reasons, Eric Ten Hag, probably due to some of the mistake he made towards the ending of the season, Eric Ten Hag decided to pull out that contract that which Davide was ready to sign, and we offered him a new contract with a lot lower wages, maybe around maybe 150, 180, I don't know. But the first contract was 200. He was willing to sign it because his contract right now is 375,000 per week, but he was willing to come down to 200. But we took that away, and now we're giving him even lower than that because according to Ten Hag, he wants to bring in a new first shot goalkeeper, and then that keeper and David Dea can play alongside, can compete for the number one together. But obviously, I don't think it has a huge disrespect to David De Gea, and of course, I don't think he will want to stay in that kind of situation. But that's the case right now. That's why he's not willing to sign on short lower wages and also not being guaranteed to be the first choice goalkeeper. Because of course, if he was given the 200k per week, he definitely would be the first choice goalkeeper. There's no argument there. But now with even lower wages, he's looking like he's not going to be the first choice goalkeeper. And I think we left this a bit too late because I guess if we had made it known to him that we probably want to reduce his salary that much, or don't even want to renew it at all, then I guess towards the ending of the season we would have given Davide a very good send off, as because of course he's a Manchester United legend. He has been relevant to us for years. So the last time we changed the goalkeeper was since 2011. I mean, that was him. And I guess it would have gone a lot more better than the way it is now, because now it's just Davide might leave on Friday or probably leave on Friday, and we're not going to see him ever again. It's going to be the same way we handled the era transfer. We were supposed to give him a new contract, we did not, and he left. But Davide also, I understand where Ten Hag is coming from. He wants a new goalkeeper. He wants someone who can play his style, fine and good. But I feel we could have handled this a lot better than the way it is now, because there's no send off. There's no, of course, nobody plays testimonial matches anymore. But there's no proper send off. Even if we lost the FA Cup final, that would have been a good time to say goodbye, to bid farewell to Davide and end the whole relationship on good terms. But we can't do that. And who am I going to blame? I don't know. But for potential replacement for Davide, we've been linked with Diego Costa. We've been linked with Diego Costa since last year. That's not news. But also, we've been linked with Andre Onana, who was former Ajax goalkeeper, present Inter Milan goalkeeper, and also who worked, of course, former Ajax goalkeeper means he worked with Eric Ten Hag uh, at Ajax. So we're being linked with Onana, but there's no concrete update on that. But it's looking more likely that Onana or Diogo Costa is going to be our new first choice goalkeeper, and we're going to probably get one of those deals done for around 50 million euros. That's what is being tipped to be the likely amount to get any of those players. So we'll get more updates on what happens concerning the potential new goalkeeper for Manchester United. But like I said, David there, huge chances he's going to leave. I mean, it's just 2 days to Friday, and of course we could sign him after Friday. His contract could be is up on Friday, but he will be a free agent, so we could still do a deal with him. But that is way too late. I don't see us once it's Friday. I don't see us doing anything anymore with David there. We can't allow his contract to run down and then go back in negotiation with him and be like, okay, we know your contract is down, is up now. Okay, we're going to increase the salary a little bit. Can you come back to Manchester United? It doesn't work that way. So if by Friday David De Gea hasn't signed the new contract, then he's gone. Then we have to look for two goalkeepers. Actually, if we sign Onana or if we sign Diego Costa, we have to sign in. We have to get in a new number second choice goalkeeper because we can't have Tom Hinton as our second choice goalkeeper. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with the goalkeeping situation. It's a really tricky one. Of course, I've never really experienced a change of goalkeepers for a very long time, so it's going to be a new scenario. And of course, um, someone like Pep did it, but he didn't get it right on the first trial. So it's going to be a huge task for us to get a new goalkeeper now and make sure that we get that on point. Whoever comes in and kickstarts his career as our new number nine, and we get the ball rolling. Or else it's going to be a lot of mistakes and a lot of shouting and a lot of complaining for the fans, and before everything stabilizes. But let's see what happens with that anyway. And on the next thing we're going to talk about, of course, concerning the takeover, there is no preferred bidder yet. The Glazers wants to really put pepper, put hot spices in the eyes of the fans because right now we're all crying, we're all tired, we're all frustrated. But this takeover issue keeps on going, and there's no update. I'm not going to bullshit you. There's no update. There's nothing new coming out. The Glazers have not chosen a preferred bidder. It could be Sheikh Jazim. It could be Jadon Ratcliffe. But of course, the whole general consensus is that Qatar is likely ahead right now. But still, yet we don't know when this is going to be done. And honestly, I'm tired of this takeover scenario. I'm tired of talking about it. So I'm going to leave that for that. There is no update concerning takeover. And also, according to Fabrizio Romano, we're going to have direct talks with Chelsea concerning Missy Mount to know how we're going to understand the situation and also try to trash out that deal. Of course, the report coming out previously was that we we're not going to offer a new deal to them. We had the deal on the table was 55 million, right? And is like we are leaving on the table and we are gone. So I don't know why we're still have going to have a new meeting with them. It's very simple. Is the offer accepted? Yes or no? If it's not accepted, then we'll move on to new target. But no, we're going to have a new meeting with them, more meeting to discuss the whole situation, and it is really really frustrating. This deal should be done by now. We should if we're not willing to add any more money to the original bid, then it's time for us to move on. But I don't know what the meeting is going to be for. We're wasting so much time. We have not done anything. There's no. I'm just talking about Missy Mount coming in. There's no outgoing so far. There's Maguire, there's Fred, there's McTominay, there's Eric Bailly, there's Alex Telles. All these players are still here. There's Brandon Williams. All these players are still here. And preseason begins next week. Preseason training starts next week. So it means Eric Bailly, Alex Telles, all these players that is very obvious that we want them to leave. They are going to report to training next week. Training with the full team, training with Ten Hag, and it is so obvious that we don't want them here. We want them to go. So it's a whole shambles. It's a whole shambles. And I'm honestly tired of the whole situation because Messi Man deal should be done by now. Look at the way Arsenal handled the Kai Havertz deal with Chelsea. Every other club is handling their own deals with Chelsea swiftly and fast, but of course, It is Manchester United. We are slow, we are naive, we are a laughing stock in when it comes to negotiations. And of course, everybody's going to take us on the ride. And Rabiot signed a new deal with Juventus, but we were thought to be the one who's going to get him on a free. But according to the reports, he rejected us. According to other reports, his mother, Veronica Rabiot, wanted 10 million signing fee and 10 million after tax for his for a salary, and we backed out of that deal. So everybody just wants to rip Manchester United off because they know that we're incompetent and they can see us coming for a mile away. Today Bayern Munich offered 70 million plus for Harry Kane, which was rejected, and now it is being said that Man United might go in for Harry Kane. Blah 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 blah. It's just so confusing. And tell me in the comment section below, would you want to go back in for Harry Kane? Because at this point, I don't see the need. We need to secure a deal for a new striker, and if that striker is going to be Rasmus Højlund, if it's going to be Rando Colomani, if it's going to be Goncalo Ramos, then we need to do that now and forget about Harry Kane, because this Harry Kane deal is going to be a very confusing thing. Because I watched a video of a Man United fan, and he said this thing. It doesn't benefit Chelsea. It doesn't benefit Chelsea, or it doesn't benefit Tottenham Hotspur to either give us Chelsea to either give us Mason Mount or Harry Kane in June. It doesn't benefit them at all. So for their own best interest, they would likely, because I think we play Spurs in the second game. So imagine Spurs giving us Harry Kane now, and he goes on to preseason with the team, he blends with the squad and everything. And in the second game, he scored a hat trick against Tottenham Hotspur. It doesn't really make sense. And the second game of the season, this transfer window is still open. So in Tottenham own benefit, they would likely hold on to Harry Kane till the last point. That is maybe on the last day of August, before they sell him to any Premier League club, to us or anybody. So if these deals are not going to be done now, we need to move on to the next target, because of course Ten Hag wants every player, at least he wants some new players to be among the squad, traveling to the tour of the US and other countries. But as of now, it's looking like probably only Mason Mount might be on that tour, because but even the Mason Mount deal is still hanging on. So it's total shambles. The Glazers are doing this thing to us, and I feel they're doing it on purpose. They're trying to get as much money as possible and playing two people against themselves. So it's being said now that Sheikh Jassim is ahead of in the takeover process. But if maybe Chad Ratcliffe up his bid, then he becomes the favorite person. If Sheikh Jassim up his bid, he becomes the favorite person. Just keep going and going and going and going. There's no head to everything. So it's a really, really confusing situation. But that is what is coming out today. We have no concrete news on any outgoing. We know that Fulham wants Fred, and we know that okay, there was a rumor that we were trying to get bid for Rice with McTominay and Maguire as players to exchange plus cash. But of course, Arsenal just made a 100 million plus 5 million bid for Rice now. And of course, there's no way we can do anything concerning Rice. We're not going to sign Rice, like I said before. And Maguire and McTominay are probably yet to stay. Maguire isn't yet decided if he wants to stay or if he wants to go. Everything is just so easy. We're making these players relax. We're leaving the decision up to them. Do you want to stay? Yes, I want to stay. Do you want to go? No, I don't want to go. Okay, fine, stay. And it's a shambles, because even some reports coming out from Man United that they don't want to force McTominay out. They want him to, if he wants to leave, then he'll be allowed to leave, but they're not going to force him out. These players need to go. I don't know what we are doing, but we need to get as much players out as possible, because according to the report also, we have around £120 million to spend, and the rest has to come from selling players. But are we selling any players yet? No. Even the easy deals, Alex Telles, Eric Bailly, Brandon Williams, are not yet gone. There's no real concrete interest in these players. There's no bidding war for these players. Nobody's come to be like, oh, these players are very, very cheap, let's get them now. There's nothing like that. These players are still here. So it is really, really, really frustrating to be a Manchester United fan right now. And if you share my frustration, click on that like button and leave your comment in the comment section and tell me what are your thoughts on everything I've said. Of course, I know the takeover process frustrates you and it also frustrates me also. So leave your thoughts in the comment section below and stay tuned for more. This is Die Hard United, the one stop for everything Manchester United. My name is Jude and I will see you all on the next one.